Alright, let's talk dating. It's kind of like trying to paddle a kayak for the first time. Exciting but also full of, moments. 1 second, you're all hard eyes over their cute smile. And the next, you're side-eyeing them like, wait, what did I miss? Here's the thing. Not everyone deserves your time or energy. Yeah, I said it. If you ignore those low-key red flags early on, they can turn into full-blown drama later. Here's the deal. Spotting these warning signs isn't just about dodging bad vibes. It's about looking out for you. Imagine wasting months, or worse, years, on someone who leaves you constantly questioning, am I good enough? Spoiler alert, you are. The real question is, are they? But don't stress. This isn't some doom and gloom lecture. Think of it as a survival kit for the wild dating jungle. Catch these signs early, save yourself the heartbreak, and open the door to someone who actually deserves your energy. So, before you go all in and start imagining couple Halloween costumes, let's break down the subtle clues that scream, this ain't it. By the end of this, you'll know exactly when to trust your gut and say, nope, not today. Inconsistent communication. You know that person who's blowing up your phone one day, then vanishes like a ghost the next? Yeah, them. At first, you're vibing, texting nonstop, maybe even staying up way too late talking. Then suddenly, radio silence. You're left staring at your phone like, what just happened? Sound familiar? Here's the thing. Inconsistent communication isn't just frustrating. It's a bright red flag. If someone's really into you, they'll show it. None of that, oh, I'm just bad at texting. Let's be real. No one is that bad at texting in this day and age. If they can post memes but can't send a quick hey, they're not prioritizing you. And relationships aren't meant to feel like detective work. You shouldn't have to play Sherlock, piecing together why their energy went from fireworks to flickering embers. Consistency is key. If they're this flaky now, imagine the emotional roller coaster they'll put you on later. Save yourself the ride. So, ask yourself, are you the one always chasing the convo or waiting on replies that never come? Healthy communication is about balance. It's a two-way street, not you pulling all the weight. If they can't meet you halfway, it's time to hit pause and rethink. Avoidance of in-person meetings. Ever had someone who's all about texting but suddenly gets busy every time you try to meet up? Like, sure, life happens, but if this keeps happening, it's time to take a closer look. We're all living in the digital age, but a relationship can't survive on DMs and emojis alone. Here's why this matters. If they're constantly dodging face-to-face plans, it could mean they're not being fully honest. Maybe they're not ready for a real connection, or worse, they're juggling multiple situationships. Either way, it's not looking good for us. A person who genuinely wants to get to know you will make an effort to spend real time with you. It's easy to make excuses for them, right? Oh, they're just shy, or maybe they're super busy. But if it feels like you're constantly bending over backward to justify their actions, that's a problem. Your time is precious, and you deserve someone who's just as excited to see you as you are to see them. Bottom line, if they're avoiding in-person meetings now, imagine what else they might avoid later. Don't settle for breadcrumbs when you're offering the whole loaf. You deserve someone who's all in, no half-hearted efforts allowed. Walking on eggshells. If you feel like every little thing you say or do could set them off, that's a major red flag. Relationships should feel safe, not like a high-stakes game of don't upset them. Constantly second-guessing yourself around someone isn't love. It's emotional exhaustion. When you're walking on eggshells, it often points to controlling or manipulative behavior. They might guilt-trip you, blame you for their bad moods, or make you feel like you're always the problem. Sound familiar? That's not emotional safety. That's a toxic dynamic waiting to explode. You deserve a partner who listens, not one who makes you feel small for speaking up. If they dismiss your concerns or flip the blame onto you, it's time to reevaluate. Love isn't about shrinking yourself to fit someone else's comfort zone. So, ask yourself, are you constantly apologizing for things you didn't even do wrong? If yes, it's time to step back and have an honest convo, or maybe even step away. Trust me, there's someone out there who won't make you tiptoe around their ego. But if you're already dating, check this out. The ick factor. Sometimes, it's not the big things that make you question a relationship. It's the little things that pile up. Maybe it's how they talk to waitstaff, their constant humble brags, or even how they chew gum. Those small annoyances, they might be telling you more than you think. Here's the deal. The ick factor is your gut saying, this isn't for me, but before you run, ask yourself if these quirks really matter. Is it a deeper incompatibility, or are you just nitpicking? Be honest with yourself. There's a difference between a deal breaker and a minor peeve. For example, if they lack basic empathy or values that align with yours, that's serious. But if it's something like their playlist choices, maybe let it slide. Relationships thrive on shared values, not perfection. Know what you can compromise on and what you can't. Your instincts are there for a reason. If the ick is growing stronger and it's tied to their character, don't ignore it. Life's too short to settle for someone who makes you cringe more than they make you smile. Denial and excuses. It's easy to fall for someone's potential instead of seeing who they really are. You might find yourself saying, they'll change when they're less stressed, or they're just in a tough spot right now. But here's the hard truth. You're dating them now, not a future version of them. Making excuses for their behavior only delays the inevitable disappointment. If they're constantly canceling plans, being dishonest, or showing patterns that don't sit right with you, those aren't quirks, they're issues. And ignoring them won't make them go away. Take a moment to ask yourself, if they never change, would I still be happy? Journaling or talking it out with a friend can help bring clarity. Denial might feel easier in the moment, but long-term, it only leaves you drained and doubting yourself. Stop justifying actions that hurt you, no matter how small they seem. When you set boundaries and hold others accountable, you open the door for healthier, more fulfilling connections. You deserve that. Don't settle for less. Dating can be a wild ride, but spotting red flags early is like having a GPS for the chaos. So, here's the big question. Are you settling for less because you're afraid of being alone? Or are you ready to protect your peace and raise your standards? Reflect on this. Deep down, are you ignoring something you already know to be true? Putting your emotional well-being first might feel scary, but it's the ultimate form of self-respect. Trust your instincts. They're there to guide you toward what you deserve. If this hit home for you, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more real talk like this. Your journey to better, healthier relationships starts with one step. Let's keep growing together because you're worth it.